Breaking news alert: a man shot and killed in Binghamton tonight on Tillman.
The scene playing out in and around a convenience store. WMC Action News 5's Sasha Jones is live with the response she's seen just within the past hour. Sasha?
That's right, Joe and Kanji. Memphis police investigating this homicide that took place right here in the heart of Binghamton, right here at the corner of Tillman and Hill. Dozens of people standing outside right now, many of them family and friends, other people who say that they knew the victim, all out here in support of the family and friends and the people who knew this victim. But what you're looking at right now is this homicide scene where detectives are investigating. Officers telling us that they did receive a man down call and that when officers arrived here to the scene, that's when they found a young man shot and killed right here outside of this convenience store. Now, one of the officers that we spoke with said that detectives aren't working with much information right now. They don't know whether or not this was a drive-by or whether or not the suspects fled on foot, but they are working to get more information because they do believe that there were witnesses out here at the time that this shooting took place. So they are still working to get that information, but once again, this shooting taking place right here in the heart of Binghamton, and we know, and we have that confirmed from Memphis police, that one person was shot and killed. But for now in Binghamton, Sasha Jones, WMC Action News 5.
Also breaking tonight, the search for a shooter in Hickory Hill. Memphis police are on the scene in the 3500 block of King's Arms. Police say a woman was found shot in the yard. WMC Action News 5's Janice Broach was just told to clear this scene because it's just too dangerous there. She is live on the phone to explain. Janice.
Well, we are driving right now because in all of my years of being in news, this has never happened. The police told us to leave the area, which is what we're doing right now. You can see that we're driving in the neighborhood. Now, the shooting happened on King Arms, that is near Newberry Elementary. It happened around 9 o'clock. This is the information that we do have from police. A female had been shot. She was in the front yard. We do not know her condition. That suspect did flee. He ran off, actually. And police have a helicopter up there looking for that suspect. Obviously, if you shoot someone, you are dangerous, but I don't know why police consider this especially dangerous, telling us to get out of the area. We're going to try to get some information from police, maybe from the public information officer, since they don't want us in that area. And when we get it, we will bring it to you live near King's Arms in Newberry Elementary. Janice Broach, WMC Action News 5.
Updating breaking news. Janice has been quite busy tonight. University of Memphis police investigating a reported sexual assault in student housing, and Janice Broach uncovered what's being done to increase safety on campus.
That's very shocking. It's sad.
University of Memphis students like Sarah Marlott had not heard about a sexual assault Saturday here at the Carpenter Student Housing Complex. Campus police say the woman reported the assault on Sunday. Investigators say the suspect was the woman's guest in her apartment here at Carpenter.
You gotta be careful. You gotta just be smart about things, you know.
Investigators are not releasing details of the reported assault. Students told me they feel pretty safe at Carpenter Apartments.
They have that security box right there, and they just installed a security camera, so you can't get in without a pass.
This is the security hut Connor Ernest is talking about. You can't drive onto the complex, but you can walk in. And if you don't have a pass, you have to park outside the complex. Students freely walk in and out of the apartments. Despite the security, students still take precautions.
I feel pretty safe on campus. I usually walk with someone else, so I won't have to walk into my apartment by myself. I feel pretty safe. I mean, keep our doors locked and just don't be alone at the wrong time or at night or anything.
Janice Broach, WMC Action News 5.
University of Memphis police say the case is under active investigation. They say they're being assisted by Memphis police officers. We're learning new details about what's next for Mid-South Coliseum now that a plan to move Wiseacre in is out. Here again, WMC Action News 5's Sasha Jones with what people hope will not happen next.
James inside to the big man, yes!
The Mid-South Coliseum has a long-standing history. From music to wrestling.
Crowd getting behind Lawler.
But what is no longer standing are plans to renovate and change the more than 50-year-old venue into a brewery.
It would be a huge endeavor for any business to step in and try to convert something like the Coliseum to meet their needs.
Monday, City of Memphis officials released this statement stating, quote, Wiseacre Brewing Company informed us that it is not positioned to move forward with a lease of the Mid-South Coliseum. This comes as the due diligence period agreed upon back in August comes to an end. At the time, City Council members gave Wiseacre the green light to move forward with a monthly lease while bringing the building up to code.
There's your catalyst right there, a renovated and reopened Mid-South Coliseum.
Scott Schaefer heads up the Save the Mid-South Coliseum Facebook page. He says many people think the Coliseum is best suited to be revitalized as a sports or entertainment venue.
Like Nashville and Little Rock, they have newer, larger arenas like the FedEx Forum that coexist, well with smaller, older ones like the Coliseum.
But regardless of what the Coliseum may become, Schaefer says the main goal is to keep this landmark from being torn down.
You can't just bulldoze everything away.
In Memphis, Sasha Jones, WMC Action, News 5.
And we also received a statement from the Coliseum Coalition that reads in part, quote, the Coliseum Coalition would like to thank Wiseacre Brewing for the love and attention they brought to the Mid-South Coliseum. And it goes on to say, we cannot afford a first-come, first-serve approach to these great public spaces. The fairgrounds and the Coliseum deserve the best. Memphis deserves that. We also reached out to Wiseacre Brewing for comment, but have yet to hear back.
Happening now, final preparations underway to commemorate the 49th anniversary of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination in Memphis tomorrow. Today, an historical marker honoring Dr. King's last flight was unveiled at Memphis International Airport. That trip was made from Atlanta to Memphis. The message this morning, continuing the dream, and Reverend Jesse Jackson was there for that historic moment and brought his message of continuing the dream to Mount Olive Cathedral CME Church. Jackson touched on a number of topics from Dr. King's legacy, the difference between following and admiring him, and poverty in Memphis. A main topic tonight, the healthcare crisis in America.
The press said, oh, look, Trump and Ryan lost. This is not what happened to two young rich rulers. 24 million was saved. It's not who lost, it's who saved.
Part of tonight's event was to launch the church's $3 million renovation of Collins Chapel Health and Rehabilitation Center on Ayers, a clinic that could be in jeopardy depending on the future of the health care bill in Washington. To hear what else Jackson had to say, click on this story on the WMC Action News 5 mobile app. And tomorrow is the start of a year-long commemoration in Memphis in conjunction with the National Civil Rights Museum as we look to next year, the 50th anniversary of Dr. King's assassination. Events are scheduled throughout the day. Tomorrow in Memphis, we will stream them live on our newscasts, mobile app, and Facebook throughout the day.
New developments for two potential Tennessee gun laws today. The state Senate voted to let people use silencers on guns for the sake of their hearing, the shooter's hearing. The bill is meant to protect the sportsman's ears. The bill still needs House approval. State senators also unanimously voted to allow people to have loaded or unloaded guns and ammunition on their boats, and that now is headed to the governor's desk. New tonight, a former jail employee in Crittenden County, Arkansas, is now charged and in the jail tonight. Courtney Stevens is accused of bringing drugs and other contraband into the jail in exchange for cash. Stevens also lost his job as the result of this investigation.
On this windy day in the Mid-South, one tree fell down onto power lines in the 3200 block of Yale. This was the scene late this afternoon. Neighbors said that it was very windy and they had a feeling this tree was going to fall.
I came out to get the mail. I just gotten home and I heard a crack and then I saw half the tree fall.
Catherine Hancock immediately called for help after the tree fell. Thankfully, no one was hurt.
Tonight, the Mid-South is getting a break from all that stormy weather. Meteorologist Andrew Kozak joins us. He's in for Ron Childers tonight, tracking the conditions. Andrew?
And the next big system that will move through. Good evening, everybody. As we head into your day on Tuesday, things are going to warm up. It's going to be nice and sunny. By Wednesday into Thursday, a 1-2 punch of some rain, maybe a few thunderstorms, and take a look at Thursday morning. Overnight Wednesday into Thursday, some fresh, cool air pours into the Mid-South, giving us temperatures back back into the 40s. We'll be lucky to get back up in the low and mid 50s by Thursday at lunchtime. So just to give you a glimpse of what's ahead, make sure you don't take those jackets and push them too far in the closet, because we're talking about a big chill coming by the end of the week. Everything's clear right now as we head into the evening hours. We're going to be looking at overnight lows in the 50s. More in just a few short minutes.
Arlington Mayor Mike Westman confirms the Board of Aldermen voted unanimously for Baptist Memorial Hospital to build a freestanding emergency room along Airline Road. Now, it would be the first of its kind in the state. The state must approve the certificate of need April 26th. Mayor Westman says this will benefit all of West Tennessee. A Midtown billboard's future is in question tonight with the arrival of a new restaurant in Overton Square. The billboard, owned by Lamar Advertising, is prominently featured in the lot of the future Hop Dottie Burger at Cooper and Madison. As Loeb works to make changes to the lot to incorporate the new Austin-based burger joint, they confirm Lamar has agreed to work with them to redevelop the property so the restaurant and billboard coexist.
Up next, I'm tracking your next chance of rain and the big cool down. Your forecast is on its way.
A Tennessee deputy's life spared after he was thrown onto the interstate.
All I heard was, I thought was some squeal, and it was just a split second and I was in the air.
The state law, he says, may have saved him. There's a new Uber service coming to Memphis. Find out what you could order up next with the touch of an app that goes beyond just a ride.
Keeping the dream alive. When, where, and how you can honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy 49 years after his death.
Who doesn't love free food? Easy ways to score your favorites without forking over cash.
And the heat makes a comeback. Who will hit 80 degrees?
Breaking news alert: a man shot and killed in Binghamton on Tillman tonight. The victim found near a convenience store. WMC Action News 5's Sasha Jones is live now with what she's learned so far tonight. Sasha.
Joe, that's right. Memphis police investigating this homicide right here in the heart of Binghamton, right off of Tillman Street. You can see dozens of people standing outside right now. You might hear a couple of people crying. That's because some of the people out here are family and friends and people who knew the victim. This is where police are investigating right here behind me in front of this convenience store. We're told that when police arrived here, they found a young man shot and killed. So right now they are still in the midst of their investigation. We don't have much more information outside of that. We're still working to get the identity of the victim, but the latest information from Memphis police right now, a young man shot and killed right here in the heart of Binghamton. In Binghamton, Sasha Jones, WMC Action News 5.
Also breaking tonight, the search for a shooter in Hickory Hill. Memphis police are on the scene in the 3500 block of King's Arms. Police say a woman was found shot in the yard. She knew the shooter. He is wearing red and black clothing. Police are searching the area around this address. Our crews have been told it's too dangerous for them to be on scene. We are staying in touch with Memphis Police Public Information to bring you any updates from this area. The Tennessee deputy's life spared after a traffic stop turned into a near-death experience. New tonight, that deputy is sharing his story of being thrown onto the interstate in Clarksville from a chain reaction crash, and the reason the move-over law may have saved his life.
Traffic was probably starting to slow down and people were starting to move over, and I think that it very well could have been, partially what helped save me, because traffic was slowing down and they were able to stop in a timely manner to avoid being run over.
It was Saturday afternoon around 2 o'clock at mile marker 13. Brown had just pulled over a man for speeding. While Sergeant Brown was talking with the driver, 40-year-old Matthew Sieber came up fast, driving on the shoulder. Sieber crashed into the cop car, pushing it into the car Brown had pulled over and throwing the sergeant onto the interstate.
All I heard was, I thought was some squeal, and it was just a split second and I was in the air. I didn't have time to look or nothing. I started to get up to try and move when I observed, there's a car stopped in that lane of traffic where I was laying, and they were running to me.
Monday, Sergeant Jimmy Brown got a chance to see what's left of his Tahoe.
I think I'm lucky I wasn't sitting in it.
The impact was so violent it damaged the dash cam.
I had an AED in the back. They said it was found about 50 yards from the vehicle.
Amazingly, Brown is walking with only minor injuries, no broken bones.
Without seeing it and knowing what was coming, I didn't tense up, so my body stayed kind of limp, and I think that's what kind of helped me.
Matthew Sieber was flown to the hospital for treatment. The Tennessee Highway Patrol says charges are pending.
While the Mid-South was spared from destructive severe storms over the weekend, other parts of the country were not so lucky. The weather is being blamed for at least 5 deaths. In Louisiana, a funnel cloud tossed a car around like a toy. Strong winds in Georgia ripped the roofing from a firehouse, while lightning is being blamed for an apartment complex fire in Alabama. There were at least 17 tornado reports across the South.
We're learning new details about a brand new music studio in Memphis. Today, Stax legend David Porter launched his own Memphis-based record label. I got an early look inside the Made in Memphis Entertainment Studios before today's big announcement. You may know Porter as the songwriter behind Soul Man, but he said he felt compelled to give Memphis talent this pipeline to music success.
The music that's coming out of Made in Memphis Entertainment will be music that competes with Justin, that competes with Bruno, that competes with Adele on their level.
The founding artists, all from Memphis. With a state-of-the-art facility, dozens of songs cataloged, and teams of songwriters and music engineers already on staff, Porter says the label's vision is to bring back that music worth sampling with a sound that's here and now. Tomorrow at 6, I'll introduce you to some of Porter's protégés.
New tonight, we've learned Uber Eats is coming to Memphis. The food delivery service sent out promotional materials today asking Memphians for suggestions as to which restaurants they'd like to have delivery from. Uber Eats allows you to order food and then have it delivered to your front door. It's unclear when Uber Eats will officially operate in the Bluff City. Just that it's coming to town in a few weeks is all we can share right now.
I'll tell you what, it might be good for patio weather and actually go out tomorrow as temperatures will climb. In fact, not just tomorrow, but take a look at the weekend. Saturday and Sunday, we're talking about sunshine, low, middle, and upper 70s as we head into the weekend. I know it's Monday, never too early to talk about the weekend. Let's talk about how we get there first. As we head into the next few hours, temperatures go from the mid-60s now all the way down into the upper 50s in the middle of the evening. We'll bottom out tonight around 56 degrees with clearing skies. It's a mild night out there, and those winds which caused so many problems today. Southwest at only 5 to 10, so even the winds lighten up a bit as well. Here is what we're tracking overnight tonight. A Tuesday warm-up. We'll start off around 56. We're going to end up in the 80s tomorrow. By Wednesday, our next system comes in, and yes, we'll see some rain, possibly some thunderstorms, but the big story will be the big chill that comes in behind it for Thursday into Friday. Yeah, our daytime temperatures, they'll recover. Lots of sunshine this time of year especially. That will help. But it's the overnight lows that'll take the top headline. More on that in just a second. Of course, we've really gotten those rain showers out of the way. Skies are starting to clear out, and those light winds from the south and southwest will ensure that we'll have a pretty quiet evening up ahead. By Wednesday, though, a warm front lifts across. We will have a chance for a couple of scattered showers here or there, certainly as the front makes its way through and into Wednesday afternoon. But behind that, we have some cooler, drier Canadian air working in, and that's going to give us a chance to not only turn the rain off for the rest of the weekend into the weekend, but also give us a chance on getting in on some of the coolest temperatures we've seen in quite some time. So along with that, we're going to start off with our mosquito meter tomorrow and Wednesday, kind of on the higher side for sure. By Thursday, as that fresh, cooler air moves its way in, we're going to be looking at temperatures dropping and also humidity levels dropping, and that's better for those mosquitoes to kind of disappear for a little bit. 64 degrees right now in Memphis. Most of us looking at mainly clear to partly cloudy skies. 63 in Oxford, Jackson 66, 66 Dyersburg, Clarksdale around 64. So for tonight, 56 clearing skies. Some of the suburbs, especially northeast, could be in the low 50s. But then tomorrow we soar 75 by lunchtime, 81 by 5 o'clock. Here's your 7-day plan. So 69 Wednesday as that rain comes in. Then Wednesday night into Thursday, as I showed you in the beginning of the broadcast, 40s, if not upper 30s for the suburbs. Now, daytime temperatures recover by the weekend, but the overnight lows will stay in the 40s starting Wednesday night into Thursday and lasting all the way through the weekend. So make sure to keep those winter coats at hand. Hey, by the way, our First Alert weather team is preparing for another WMC Action News 5 Weather Road show. Be sure to join members of our team to learn about weather, our technology, and you can even stick around after for a storm tracking class. This week, the team will be at Ole Miss in Oxford, Mississippi. That's this Thursday, April 6th from 4 to 7. And of course, we all hope to see you there.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be real nice. Nice turnout last time. We're expecting the weather to cooperate too.
Oh, wow. Terrific. We'll be right back.
Keeping the dream alive. When, where, and how you can honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s legacy 49 years after his death.
Who doesn't love free food? Easy ways to score your favorites without forking over cash.
And the heat makes a comeback. Who will hit 80 degrees?
He's the Memphis child actor and rapper.
And tonight we know the two high-profile projects up next for Lil Peanut at 10. We're talking about Benjamin Flores Jr., known for his rap, You Might Be the One, and his appearances on Nickelodeon. Tonight we know Lil Peanut has signed on to the new Transformers movie last night, as well as the new Hey Arnold, the Jungle movie. Both are expected to be released later this year.
Lil Peanut's having a big career. Here's a look now at the fun next, coming up on The Tonight Show, starring Jimmy Fallon.
And we're in Orlando all week for the opening of our new ride. Shaquille O'Neal is here for a lip sync battle. Plus we have Vin Diesel, music from Pitbull featuring Stephen Marley. Do not change the channel, it's good.
All right, folks, after Sunday's shorthanded but still embarrassing loss to the lowly Los Angeles Lakers, it looks like the Grizzlies may get some of their troops back before playing at San Antonio Tuesday night. Some names released on the Grizzlies' injury report late this afternoon checked as probable and questionable instead of out completely. On the probable list, Andrew Harrison, the backup point guard, has been playing better lately, missed the last 2 games with a sprained ankle in the win against Indiana last Wednesday. On the questionable list, how about Marc Gasol, the 7-foot All-Star center, had missed 4 games in a row with a sore left foot. It's not the one that's cost him half of last season, but the Grizzlies are taking no chances. Also questionable, power forward JaMychal Green. J-Mike has missed the last 2 games with a sore shoulder. The Grizz have missed his ability to defend the pick and roll. A new name on the questionable list, Tony Allen. TA got hit in the eye against the Lakers. He was one of the few Memphis players who competed well in Los Angeles. Small forward Vince Carter should be back in action. The Grizzlies rested him in L.A. Carter has played well against the Spurs this season. Now, in the one that got away department, Troy Williams is back in the NBA with the 3rd-seed Houston Rockets. The Grizzlies kept Williams out of training camp as insurance for Chandler Parsons, but released him to sign Tony Douglas after Mike Conley broke that bone in his back. Williams had 18 Sunday, and the Rockets win over the Suns 123-116. Grizzlies have shut down Parsons for the season, and they waived Tony Douglas on March 18th. In the NCAA National Championship game tonight, Gonzaga right now leads North Carolina 63 all. Well, it's tied 63 all. About 2 minutes to play in that one. Jonathan Williams III, remember him, the Memphis kid from Southwind High School? Well, he's got 9 points and 5 rebounds in the game. We'll have highlights of for you Tuesday right here at 6 on WMC Action News 5. College baseball, Memphis Tigers get a shutout win at Belmont 6-0. Outfielder Chris Carrier named American Conference Hitter of the Week after smashing 2 doubles and 3 home runs last week. Congratulations to the former CBHS star. And that's it for sports. We'll be right back.
Bracket Busters is sponsored by your local Toyota dealer. For all Toyota offers, go to buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Well, a shooting call came in tonight on Tillman. A complainant advised a male had been shot. This happened on Tillman. We'll have more reaction from this tragedy tonight and tomorrow.
With the WMC Action News 5 mobile app, you'll be the first to know. From WMCActionNews5.com to text and email alerts for breaking news and weather. It's all right here in the palm of your hand. Memphis Scholars Public Charter Schools offers a whole child education to students in grades pre-K through 8th grade. We broaden students' worldview and build their analytical skills. To learn more, please go to memphisscholars.org.